Hello, Scorpio. This is going to be your general tarot reading for May 2021. Oh, I actually already did your reading and I went to upload it and realized that there was no sound at all. I guess I must have accidentally tapped the button on my microphone that silences it. So I'm trying to release the frustration. It was actually a really long reading. It was an hour and a half, and my cat kept on interrupting and jumping all over the place, and I had to pause it 15 times. I'm probably exaggerating, but it was a lot of work, and after all that, I couldn't even use it. So here I am again. You Scorpionic people were the most views for last month in April, so you're going first this month. I'm going to continue with the trend of working with the most views in order. I apologize for being late this month, as usual. I've actually been working on a really hardcore physical project in the backyard, building a rock wall and digging a giant hole and getting ready to garden. So my body was actually quite shot physically for a couple of weeks there from lifting heavy rocks and moving them around. And so, but anyway, here I am. And this is going to be your general reading. Of course, this reading is for you if you are a Scorpio rising, Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio Venus. This reading may or may not resonate for you. It might be one of those things where certain parts of the reading... Boys, really? Really? Do you have to do that right now? Leave the cat alone. Oh, gosh. Hopefully this isn't going to be a trend for today. The animals are all amped up. Okay. Here we go. 11 cards for Scorpio. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the usual of it may or may not resonate. If it doesn't, for some reason, why did I look at that? If it doesn't, for some reason, you may want to check out the other readings for your other placements, for your moon or your rising or your Venus or whatever. See if any of those resonate for you more. And this month I'm going to use the Spiral Tarot for your main reading, and then I'm probably going to use the Edmund Dulac Tarot and the Oracle of, let's see, the Wisdom of the Oracle cards for our clarifiers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. And of course, as always, feel free to subscribe, like, share, comment to support my channel. At this point, I've kind of given up on making a profit off of this channel at all. This is almost a labor of love. The only reason why I'm really still doing this is because I know there's a whole group of people that watch these regularly and appreciate them. And so I don't want to let you down by just stopping the channel altogether. I'm hoping eventually this channel will grow. If you would like to help me out by promoting it, by sharing it, by getting other people's attention to it, I would greatly appreciate it. Even though my channel's monetized, I think I made like $5 last month. Not that that's your responsibility. Okay. Boys, quit it. Stop. Leave the cat alone. The boys are fighting. Okay. That's the dog and the cat, by the way, if you're not familiar with my channel and you just happen to stumble across this. My animals are constantly either needing me or whining or fighting with each other or wrestling. This is an interesting reading. We'll see how it goes, how it unfolds. So, here we go. Maybe if I close the kitchen door, it won't be so loud. Let's try that. All right. Pardon me. Your central experience for May 2021 is the Ace of Cups. Very nice. You have some kind of a new joyful beginning in your life. If you don't see it coming in now, it's about to. If this is your reading, this is a new feeling in your heart. This is a new way of feeling. This is feeling renewed, re-inspired, looking forward to the future, looking forward to good things to come. This could be possibly for someone falling in love. This could be a baby being born in the family, finding out you're having a baby. This could be spending time with loved ones, young people in your life if you have any. Something is being unleashed into your life through your own initiative. You have decided to invite this in, and because you have, it is pouring into your life. It's just the beginning. Could be a renewed sense of joy or hope. Could even be magic. Magic pouring into your life, or synchronicity or luck pouring into your life as well. Happiness, a new beginning, new dreams, something new to focus on that helps you to feel better. Let me pick another card to go with it. Tell me more about the Ace of Cups. This can also be falling in love with a new aspect of your life or a potential new beginning for your life. Opening up the heart, feeling loved, feeling looked out after. Let's see. This is 18, the moon. The moon, deep feelings, a very emotional process going on here. You may be feeling extra sensitive this month for about a moon cycle. Getting something about initiating something on the new moon and then seeing some kind of results by the full moon 2 weeks later. And also companionship. Oh my gosh, what is it about the animals today, man? There's companionship here. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, here I am. Hopefully they'll calm down. Okay, we were here. Major Arcana, the moon with the Ace of Cups. There's deep feelings here. This could be new love or a renewal of love in a relationship. This can also be fertility. This could be that you discover you're having a baby or you're pregnant or you're realizing that you have maternal or paternal instincts that make you realize you do want to be a parent in this life. Or this could be new love that is blossoming between you and someone else. This can also be, it's hard for me to put it into words. a reawakening of your own emotions and your own heart, where your heart is in it now. Perhaps you lost track of how your heart felt in the past. Now I'm getting the word precious. You're realizing how precious life is, how precious connections are and friendships are, how precious love is, and how it's something that needs to be nurtured and cared for and appreciated. This is wanting more care in the world around you, seeing it possibly more in the world around you. A feeling of emotional support, of also protection. Maybe a new renewing an emotional connection, even if it's a family connection to a parent or a child or a lover, a partner, feeling how precious home is, the family is. A new love awakening in your heart that feels very tender. This combination is very tender. You may be feeling very tender this month, or more sensitive than usual, more emotionally affected by things around you more than usual. This could be a prominent Cancer or Pisces in your life, possibly for someone. It seems like something, I don't know why, but I get the feeling from these two that something is about to happen. Not in a bad way, possibly in a miraculous way that you were not expecting. Something about things taking a month. It's important to care for your heart. Care for your own sensitivities. Be caring towards other people's sensitivities. Looking after something or somebody. This could even be caring for a young animal or a young child. Looking out after them, making sure that your loved ones are safe or feel protected. This could be a rescue of sorts. A rescue of your own heart, a rescue of love, a rescue of something or somebody that you care a lot about. Interesting. Spring, things springing up. Water, needing to spend time with water of all different kinds, needing to drink more water. Okay, so your challenge is the Nine of Swords. So try your best to stay away from anxiety, worry, stress, fears about the future, about where things are headed, fears of remaining stuck in some kind of a situation. This is an ace. You might be healing. And you might be recovering from something that you have experienced, and a new awakening of sorts is happening in your life. It may be you're afraid of something being taken away, or you're afraid for the safety of someone or something. You're worried that things are going to get worse. Try to stay away from that kind of thinking. Try to be easy on yourself. Also, I'm getting something about guilt or struggling with, guilt that is automatic because something from the past you were treated as if, I'm trying to get a grip on what I'm getting. You were blamed a lot for things that may or may not have been anything to do with you. You may have had to deal with some kind of a situation in the past where you were blamed a lot, or you were misunderstood, or you were taught to feel guilty or ashamed of certain things that is just simply not true. And so it's like trying to recover from emotional or mental abuse. This feels like it comes from a long time ago, like possibly your childhood or something, battling with someone who is depressed or battling with depression yourself in the past. Headaches, migraines, insomnia. All right, let's pick some cards to go with that, see if I get anything more. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. The Tower. You're afraid that something is going to fall apart, or you're afraid that something is not sound. Or you're afraid that something is going to be chaotic or turn into chaos. Really, Raven? You're afraid that your vision will be crushed, or that it will not work out, or that things will be unstable somehow. Let me get a little bit more. This could be the tower of your mind, too, is changing. Your mind is changing, or how you see things is changing, and it may be making you feel a little unsteady. Let's see. Anything else? The Queen of Cups and the King of Cups together. Could this be a relationship? It could very well be a relationship. If you're single, this could be that you are struggling with doubts that you will ever find this. The King and the Queen of Cups are the same suit. They're each other's natural mate. To me, when I look at the two, it seems like the Queen of Cups right now to me looks worried, or she looks alone, like she's taking space away. And the King of Cups looks like... What is that? I can't even see it. Let's see. The King of Cups. I don't see his face. Where's his face? It looks like it's a merman. And he looks like perhaps he's trying to feed a fish. But to me right now, it looks like the fish is about to bite his hand off. And for someone, if this is a relationship, it looks like the masculine version of this relationship is maybe struggling with emotions or being swallowed up by emotions or being afraid that something is going to bite him or bite him on the, I got the words bite him on the butt, or repercussions from something in the past, that he's struggling with guilt. I'm getting something about guilt in here. Struggling with guilt over something from the past that perhaps the King of Cups has been keeping to himself. This could be worries about something being found out and it destroying a relationship or destroying something that is fairly stable or has been. This could also be the King of Cups struggling with his own emotions, where his emotions are threatening to swallow him up. And it may be that for whatever reasons he hasn't been communicating with the Queen of Cups on what is actually going on with him. And so she has no idea why he is acting this way or why he seems so distant. Got something in here earlier about protection. Maybe the King of Cups wants to protect the way that things are, and if he opens up about what he's experiencing, it may destroy the stability. But the Queen of Cups looks like she's at a loss, or doesn't really know what to do, or doesn't really know what's going on. There may be a temporary separation happening, or this may be just emotional distance in some kind of a relationship where neither one of them feel like they can really talk to each other about what they're going through. You might be afraid that a relationship is going to crumble if you're honest, or if you're open about how you feel, or you're afraid of a good situation being ruined because of your own choices or emotions. Or if this didn't have to do with a relationship, this could very well be a longing for a relationship, or wanting to believe that a relationship is real, or wanting to cultivate a new love or a relationship. Seems like a very old soul, very emotional, very connected relationship. When you feel that safe with another, or you feel like you are that close to someone else, the fear of losing it can be overwhelming at times, because that kind of love or that kind of connection does not happen every day. It's very valuable. I'm getting for someone something in here about possible codependence. Or your actions have a direct result on someone else, and so you are reluctant to act because you do not want to stir the pot, or create waves, or create anything that may threaten the connection at this time. This could be secrets. Yeah, the moon is here. There may be some secrets you want to speak about or open up about, but you may be afraid that if you do, it may somehow ruin something. Maybe you're afraid of intimacy, or afraid that if you open up to the possibility that you can find this kind of intimacy, that perhaps it may not happen, and then you will be crushed. Or you long for something from the past that you used to experience. You're afraid of your own emotions, or you're anxious that if you actually come out and are honest about how you feel, that somehow you will not be accepted. Somebody's mother. You were not nourished the way that you should have been, and because of that you long for intimacy, but you're not sure how to get it or how to open up. But the main message here is that you are being opened up. It seems like you have taken initiative in this, so you are being brave and choosing to expose yourself, your innermost self, and you are hoping that you can trust the situation to be emotionally safe for you to do so. But it's a lot. It's stress. You might have a lot of fears or doubts or worries about this that get in the way. Let me see if I can pull a remedy for you on what you can do to help yourself feel safer with this. I have a feeling that you have been misunderstood, or mislabeled in the past, or you had to deal with unwarranted suspicion, and it makes you want to open up or trust, but you are afraid that others are going to treat you as if you are untrustworthy or not believe you or not be there for you. Something. Let's see. What is a remedy? Not for you, and breathe. You're realizing very clearly what is not for you and what is for you. If you have been trying to hold on to something that has been possibly crumbling, that is the universe's message to you that that situation or that person, whatever it is not for you, and you need to accept the crumbling or accept that it is not for you and breathe through the whole process. That will lead you to what is for you. If you're hanging on to what is not for you, you will not be able to attract in what is for you because you're holding on to something that is not for you. But if you release control, or if you release your grip on what is not for you, you will be able to relax, breathe, trust, and something that is for you will be able to come in. To me, it feels like you're on the precipice of something, like something is waiting for you to be ready so that it can come in. But if you are not completely ready, it's not going to come in. Only you know whether you are ready or not, and you should not feel rushed, like you have to be ready when you may not be ready, or you may be very well be ready. It's just you might be afraid that something is false when actually it is true. Either way, your remedy for all of this is to breathe. Relax, breathe deeply, let go, relinquish control, trust the universe. That everything will unfold as it should. And you will be led, or something or someone will be led to you. I'm seeing something in here about a couple possibly who has been trying to have a baby. Maybe there's been fertility issues or worries about not being able to conceive, or longing for some kind of mutual glue that can hold the situation together. But that is fears. If that's true for someone, it looks as though you're going to be having a baby very soon, or the potential for your fertility issues to get better or to resolve itself is very possible here. Or it could be fears over parenthood, fears of becoming a mother or a father, or fears of bringing, possibly even wanting to bring a child into the world, but not knowing if really you want to bring a beloved child into the world because things are uncertain in the world right now, and you're not sure if you really want to take that risk to bring something that precious into a world that is so chaotic or unsteady or changeable. Things are in a major state of flux right now. Things are changing dramatically, and it can be very unnerving sometimes when you want to protect what you care about. And that's one of the most probably horrific or scary things about being a parent or caring for someone who is more vulnerable than you is making sure that they're safe. But life is life. Life has always been changeable and strange and sometimes chaotic, and we cannot control certain things. We have to trust the universe that our loved ones are going to be safe, or that things are going to be okay. Okay. What is helping you? This is odd. What is helping you is the Five of Cups. Let me pick more on this and see if I can get more. Hopefully you can hear me okay. And I don't know why I picked this card deck out. Let's see. Tell me more about the Five of Cups. Why is this helping them? Something has possibly occurred in a relationship that's making you worry about the stability of the relationship, but there are two cups behind this person. There's still love there. There's still a connection there. There's still memories and history there, but certain things have been disappointing. You're wondering whether you should release everything or whether you should hang on to what is still there. Or I'm getting somebody is feeling discarded, or someone is feeling neglected, or someone is feeling forgotten. When there is still a connection and love there, and it's extremely sad to think that, excuse me, that someone would just let you go like that, or I don't know. Let's see. Tell me more about why is this helping them? Time for a nap. Okay, and let me pick one from here. Tell me more about why this is helping them. The Devil. Okay. Okay, I'm getting a jumble of different things. So you have the Devil, Major Arcana. The Five of Cups. Disappointment, loss, feeling. Possibly either feeling forced to discard something or feeling discarded. And then you have time for a nap. So what is helping you is when you start to feel completely overwhelmed, emotionally unsteady. I don't know why, but you seem very, very vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable this month, like something you care about so deeply that if something goes wrong with it, you just would be ruined, is the feeling that I'm getting. But don't fall prey to your fears. Don't fall prey to your anxieties. If something really is that difficult, it's probably not for you, and you will have to accept that. But it may be that your fears are getting the better of you, and your insecurities are somehow swelling up and almost drowning you at times. It might be sadness caused by some kind of addiction. Maybe you are addicted to something and you want to stop, or you want to let go of bindings that you have to things that you know are not healthy for you, whether it's addictions, relationships, a toxic job, whatever it happens to be. You need to rest. A lot of this is fears that are blown up way bigger out of proportion than what they are. Not all is lost. You still have things standing in the situation, and recovery is possible. It is not doomed. You are not doomed. When you get like that, when you start to feel overwhelmed, when you start to feel like things may possibly be ripped away from you, or you feel bound or stuck in some kind of a situation, you need to take a nap. You need to rest. You need to relax. You need to still the mind. Do your best to emotionally take care of yourself so that you do not become so your fears do not take on a life of their own and try to swamp you. That is what's helping you. And if this did have something to do with addictions or an addictive personality or an addictive situation that you know is not good for you, but it's hard for you to let go of it, it's very, very possible for you to let go of it and release it. and work your way through this, but you need to take it easy when you need to take it easy. You need to listen to your body's messages to you on what to do. Okay. At your root, you have the King of Pentacles. So your instincts are for security, material security, and I'm getting emotional security, even though this is not the King of Cups. This is the King of Pentacles. I'm getting your emotional security is directly tied in with your physical security right now. It may be that your physical situation is possibly changing, or you have a new journey opening up in your life, and so it makes you wonder whether you can still count on things to remain stable. You have it in you to create stability for yourself. Try to ground yourself out. You may want to walk barefoot or ground yourself in whatever way you can, even if it's eating more grounding foods than you normally do, taking baths, walking barefoot, connecting with your body, and that will get you out of this emotional. It's almost like you are susceptible this month. You are more than usual susceptible to emotional fluctuations. And so it's important for you to be grounded. It's important for you to take care of your body and pay attention to your body. And you do have the Tower as part of your challenge. Again, I'm still getting like a strong feeling of protection, like needing to protect something, needing to hold on to something, needing to nurture or cultivate something, being patient, have patience, try to tone it down, or not tone it down, I'm sorry, that sounded weird. Try to remain calm, let's put it that way. Try to remain calm. If your emotions take you to some pretty stormy waters at times, don't let that affect how you handle the 3D world and other people around you. A lot of what you're going through right now is internal rather than external. And so it's important for you to be nurtured by your external reality, or to nurture your external reality. Get yourself back into the present and in the here and now in the 3D. You may also be thinking about future security, possibly for your family or your loved ones or your children, or whether or not you'll be able to keep something. I'm seeing fear of loss in here, a fear of insecurity, physical insecurity, monetary insecurity, emotional insecurity. When you are sailing through when you're swimming through these waters of the moon, when you find yourself in a place like this, do something very simple, practical, and physical. Stretch, do yoga, take a bath, go for a walk, create some kind of art or music. Dance is awesome. This is a Taurus card, so let me think about Taurian things. Taurian things are like chocolate, comfy armchairs, fuzzy blankets, gardening, taking care of plants and animals, nurturing the family, feeling your bare feet on the ground, eating good food. Realizing that what is meant to stay will stay, and if anything does feel unsteady, it probably is because it needs to transform or change at this time. It does not necessarily mean that you're going to lose it or it's going to disappear. It just needs to be readjusted. This could actually be a person too, you guys. This could be a partner or a friend or a family member or even a father or a brother. It doesn't even really have to be a man. This is your opposite energy, by the way. So let's find out more about it. Tell me more about the King of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups. You're wondering whether you should relinquish something that you used to care a great deal about, or you may still. But is security worth hanging on to a situation that is no longer emotionally fulfilling? Okay, let me put it as a metaphor or an example for you. This could possibly specifically be going on for someone, but also take it as a metaphor for what I'm trying to say here. Remember, the King and the Queen of Wands, or I'm sorry, Cups was in your challenge, right? They seem very distant from each other. The masculine looks like he's afraid of something coming back to haunt him or coming back to swallow him up. The queen looks like she doesn't really, it's a mystery. She doesn't know what's going on with him. He's completely, whatever he's going through, he's not sharing it with her, so she has no idea what's going on with him. There may have been emotional distance in a relationship. It may be that two people potentially have stayed together because of things like what they have together: their land, their house, their family, their children, their livelihood, their money. Security seems to be very important in this reading, like material security for the survival of loved ones. But the emotional security seems to feel threatened somehow, or has been threatened, or there has been a distance. There has been a distance in here. It may be, I'm just going to throw it out there, for someone, you may have fallen in love with someone else. Or you may be longing for a new beginning in your life, and where you are at now emotionally is not fulfilling. It feels very lonely to me. And you're wondering, is the security really worth it? Is the money worth it? Is the land worth it? Is the house worth it? Is the, and even material security is sometimes nebulous. You could have everything in the world and the very next day have it all ripped away. Nothing is certain in this world, except for your own soul. You're not going to lose that. But things change all the time. Is this worth it? Is this security worth this emotional estrangement or feeling of not even being alone, feeling emotionally lonely? You long, or you have already encountered this. This is connection, comfort, not being alone emotionally, having someone sail through those waters with you, to be there with you, and vice versa. It might be that you just need to communicate, but if you have already tried to do that, it may be that somebody is not listening to someone, or they avoid it because they don't want to rock the boat or create issues or drama. And use this as a metaphor. This may not have anything to do with relationships. It's something to do with a trade-off somehow between material security and emotional security. But can't you have both? Why do you have to pick one over the other? And is there a way you can create that balance between those two worlds? With it, you had the Eight of Cups. So something needs to change. You need to release something. If you choose to hang on to what you have, that you value it enough where you want to reignite it, you want to cultivate it, you want to see it continue, you want to see it to continue to grow, something in this situation needs to change. It can no longer keep on going the way that it has been. Otherwise, you could lose it, which is why the Tower is in here. Or you could lose yourself, which don't do that. You need to accept the fact that something needs to change. And just because something needs to change doesn't necessarily mean that you have to let it completely go, or you have to relinquish it, or it will cease to exist. That's not necessarily true. It may be that things are able to be adjusted. And this can also be an inner battle with yourself of all of these moon insecurities, worries, fears, I feel like a feeling of being ungrounded, of nebulousness, of not knowing what's going to happen, which can be unnerving. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to happen. It may just be something that you're going through or that you have to sift through. But really, what do you value? What do you value? What matters to you? What are you loyal to? What are you committed to no matter what? No matter what happens? Obviously, there has to be love there. There has to be love there. What do you love? Who do you love? Somebody, you may have to walk away or sail away from a loveless situation, or a situation that has become too distant. There is a chance here that if you do that, there is a chance that things can resolve themselves where you realize how important that perhaps somebody has been taking somebody or something for granted here. And it's only when it's almost gone sometimes we realize how valuable somebody or something is to us. And it renews the purpose and the passion necessary in order to continue to cultivate it. But remember, take naps, breathe, try to ease your way through this. Also, do not act on your feelings this month. If you choose to rashly react to feelings that are coming up for you, you could inadvertently ruin a good thing, because a lot of this may actually be coming from your subconscious rather than actually something that's happening externally. Think or breathe. Breathe before you act. Meditate before you act or say anything. Take a nap. Okay. What was it? This was over there? Yeah. Okay. You are coming away from a period of indecision where you simply just have felt paralyzed with indecision. You haven't known what to do or how to do it or what to choose, or you possibly have not been seeing things clearly. You may have had conflicting thoughts that kind of keep you limited in your head of what is available to you or what choice to make. Let me pick more. The Five of Pentacles. Money troubles or worries about money troubles, or worries about being left out in the cold, or what if you make the wrong decision and then it turns out you've lost something for forever. You're afraid of making the wrong choice. Or you're afraid of poverty. Or you've been staying with a situation and been reluctant to make any kind of a decision on how to move forward because you're afraid of things, of your sensitive, delicate stability becoming completely destroyed or uprooted. Okay. Your best possible outcome is the Empress. A lot of these things are internal, emotional, subconscious, possibly even come from your childhood or emotional experiences you had in your youth. Got something in here about a mother or a maternal figure. But you are the Empress as your best possible outcome. You can create anything, and there is lots of love and abundance all around you. You just have to use it and create it and believe in your own abilities. If things have been tight or things have been extremely stressful, it seems as though your best possible outcome is you get back into the spiritual and emotional groove of creating abundance, luck, blessings, and connection. If you are worried about some kind of a love or a relationship, I don't see things being ruined at all. And what truly matters to you, what you truly value, and what truly makes your heart happy, you will be able to keep and cultivate it and nurture it. And if someone watching is wants to have children or wants to have a child but is uncertain because of the state of the world or things that are going on, I feel like a child would be a blessing, and you don't necessarily have to worry about some bad things happening. Times of change are difficult because it's hard to know what is going to happen or what is happening. Just because things are changing does not mean that things are doomed. And you will be able to keep, nurture, and carry what you truly care about. You are a infinite creative being, and you don't have to ever feel poor. Even if external situations get difficult, that does not mean that you have inner riches. You have inner magic, inner riches, inner capabilities where you can create externally what comes from your heart. If someone has been having fertility issues, your best possible outcome is you will find out that you are pregnant or your partner is pregnant. Or to heal the feminine, or how you view the feminine can be healed. If someone here had an abusive mother or a painful situation with a mother, that does not mean that all women are bad or all mothers are bad or that you would be a bad mother. None of that stuff is true. Or that you can't draw in a good feminine energy into your life that is healthy. This could also be land. You may find out that you are able to purchase land or create a sanctuary for yourself someplace beautiful. Or gardening can help significantly with grounding, with feeling fruitful, and with creating something that is 3D, hands-on, and is right in front of your face. Creating beauty around you and creating art. Maybe you've been at some kind of a creative block, but whatever it is that you are inspired by this new beginning in your life, the good news here is your best possible outcome is it will flourish. It will continue to grow, continue to flourish, and continue to become something beautiful. You don't have to worry about anything being ripped away or being false somehow. Okay, so go figure. You have the Four of Swords as you right now. You need to take a nap. You're exhausted. You're potentially exhausting yourself with all of these intense emotions that are coming up and sensitivities. When we have so many things from the subconscious coming up, It's important to pay attention to the signals of your body and rest when your body tells you to rest. This could also be very vivid dreams. You might be having dreams that you remember more than usual that are giving you messages, or something about your dreams is more than meets the eye. Maybe you're being visited by spirits in your dreams, or you're having prophetic dreams, or you're afraid that your dreams are prophetic. Some of you might struggle with nightmares, or with bad dreams, or sad dreams, or something about dreams. Keep a dream journal if you are remembering your dreams, and it seems as though they're sending you messages. So if you remember them, try to write them down or record your voice telling it, telling the dream the minute you wake up if you can. Something about your dreams might be telling you something that you need to pay attention to and somehow will affect the future. There might also be some health things going on in here too. If you have health issues, it's very, very important that you pay attention to your body and you take good care of yourself. I'm also getting something about if you have some mysterious physical stuff going on, pain, strange pains that move around. You can't really, it's like undiagnosable issues. It's those things where you go to the doctor and they tell you that it's psychosomatic and they can't figure it out either. There's something going on here where the more moon sensitive Piscean type of ways of healing are the best approach at this time. So that translated, that means things like flower essences, Reiki, homeopathics, a lighter, more transcendental, more sensitive way of treating your body. And also make sure you're drinking lots and lots of water. It's very important for you to do that at this time. And rest if you need to. Don't get hard on yourself or give yourself a hard time if you find yourself being exhausted all the time. Don't try to push yourself. Just accept it and realize it's temporary. A lot of this stuff that I'm talking about in this reading is going to happen tops within a month. It's temporary. It's not going to be like this for forever. And in fact, you need to pay attention to your subconscious. It's trying to tell you something. I'm also getting something in here about spirit guides. Because you're kind of vulnerable this month in a certain way, your guides are working on overdrive. Like they're really looking out for you more than usual at this time because you are vulnerable. And so don't feel exposed like something can take advantage of you, because it's okay to be vulnerable because you have spiritual forces looking out after you that are protecting you. So don't worry about that. It's okay to close your eyes. It's okay to relax. It's okay to tune out. Nothing's going to happen to you if you do that. Except perhaps clarity. So was this, oh, I'm sorry, you know what? I skipped right over your future. In the near future, you are going to be moving away from conflict. You are going to be moving away from difficulty. You are moving on to much more peaceful waters, and you're starting to find true peace of mind. And don't forget, your guides are looking out after you. You have divine protection more than usual at this time because you are more sensitive than usual at this time. You need it more at this time, so they're there for you. So focus on the future. Focus on where you want to sail to, of moving on from difficult emotional waters. The worst is over. You just need to accept that things are going to get much more peaceful and healing for you, and it's necessary for you to have peace and quiet, healing, and to slowly, gently move away from troubled waters. And that way you will be ready for this joy and magic to erupt into your life. So, in your surroundings, is someone here having to deal with grief over a mother? Has somebody's mother passed away? Or you're thinking about your mother? Or you want to be a mother? Or you're thinking about yourself as a mother? If you are a mother and you're watching this, be good to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Don't fall prey to thinking badly of yourself as a mother. You are an amazing mother. You can do this. Nobody is perfect. We're all human. We all have our moments. We all make mistakes. But there's something going on in this reading about mothers, or your thoughts on motherhood, or your thoughts about women in general, or the feminine energy. This came out in the other reading that had no sound, by the way. This is very similar to that reading. Not exactly, but there's a lot of similar things in here. Yeah. Strong, emotional, powerful, and sensitive women are in your surroundings, or this is you in your own surroundings. Before you can take care of anyone else, you need to take care of yourself first. Emotional self-care and also community care. Not just self-care, take care of yourself. It's, you're in this alone. Allow others to nurture you. Allow others to take care of you. Allow yourself to be coddled because you need it and you deserve it at this time, especially. Spend time with water. You need to be with water, whether it's ponds, lakes, oceans, streams, creeks, waterfalls, hot springs, swamps, any kind of water you may have in your environment. And it's very important for you to drink lots of water. And cry if you need to. Let me pick one more. Or you're worried about your mother, or you want to protect your mother, or a child, or something. What is this? Okay. The Seven of Pentacles. You're having to wait. You're having to be patient. You may have a Cancer in your surroundings that is waiting. You're waiting to see them, or they're having to wait to see you, or you're having to wait to see your mother, or you're having to wait to see your child, or you're having to wait to become pregnant, or you're having to wait in order to find the right home or the right environment. Be patient, though. It does look like you have support. You have support. Allow others to support you. Accept help if it's offered. Accept love if it's offered. Don't be afraid to open up your heart to the right people. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Actually, I see the potential in here for great love to come into your life if you allow yourself to be vulnerable and open up about your innards, your little sensitive, soft bits that normally you have protected behind a hard shell. And that shell is being ripped away, and it's okay. You will not be taken advantage of. You do have people around you that treat you very tenderly if you would allow them, or if you ask for them to do so. It's okay to say that you need support. Okay? Your fear is of more conflict, fighting, conflict, ego battles, drama, noise, chaos. So let's see what your hopes are. Justice. You will receive. You're afraid that things are going to continue to be unfair if they have been unfair in the past. And your hope is for justice once and for all, or that things will resolve themselves and be fair. You're fighting for justice, or you're tired of fighting for justice. You just need justice to happen, period, without having to fight for it anymore. You need to see from others cooperation and other people who are willing to fight for these things besides just yourself. It's like you're relinquishing the reins of control because you no longer can even fight anymore. You've become so depleted from fighting for truth, or fighting for justice, or fighting for equality, or fighting for people to get along, or fighting for communication. You are done fighting. You can't anymore. You just can't. It's affecting your health at this point, or it's affecting your emotional health, and you need to see other people making an effort here. You need to see other people making an effort. And you need to see people grow up and become adults and learn how to do those things instead of you doing them by yourself or feeling like you are the only one doing that. You need to see other people making an effort here. Or justice handled without you having to do anything. Your general outcome is the 5 of Swords. Cruelty, narcissism, psychopathy, unfairness. That's a light way of putting it. You have been trying to deal with this for a long time. Fight against it, fight for victims, fight on the behalf of victims, to point these things out to others where they see what's happening. And you're done with that. It just seems like people have ignored you, or people didn't believe you, or people just kind of turned the other cheek or ignored it. And at this point, I don't know why I'm getting this, but I'm kind of getting that at this point you're very tempted to just walk away and not do this anymore. And if people get, if people get taken advantage of, or if these things happen, that's their own fault for not seeing it, for not doing anything about it, for not speaking up against it, for not acknowledging it. I'm feeling a lot of repressed frustration and anger over this. You've done your best. You've used every last little bit of energy you had to try to do something about this and change this, but it seems like it's other people's turn now. It's other people's turn. But you are very concerned about safety in here, or very concerned about protection, especially of young people or of people that are vulnerable. But you just can't do it anymore. Let me see if I can get some more information on this. You need to see people raise their consciousness up of being able to actually see things for what they are, instead of having rose-colored glasses or just ignoring things, or getting caught up in ego battles instead of working together. I'm getting what's that archetype? It's like when you're busy fighting amongst yourselves, you're actually more vulnerable to attack from the outside because you're distracted. It's like negative forces in the universe that are like this. See people fighting amongst themselves, whether it's a community, a family, a city, a country, whatever. It's definitely groups of people fighting amongst themselves. I'm in charge. No, I'm in charge. No, I'm going to lead this. No, I'm going to lead this. Well, screw you. Well, screw you. And this difficult energy that exists in the universe that's almost parasitic says, oh, goody. I can jump into this situation, turn them even more against each other, and then they won't even notice when I strike. So you see, it's like you see this potential or this possibility, and it makes you very worried. You have tried your best to bring it to people's attention and to do something about it, but it seems like people are so distracted by fighting with each other that they don't even listen anymore. They don't even hear you, or they say that you're making it up or you're imagining things or whatever. But I'm kind of getting like it's very hard for you to let go of this, but you need to for your own sanity, because it's not like if you keep on fighting this, if other people aren't listening to you, it's not going to come to anything anyway. It's almost futile in a weird way. Let me get more information on this. So let's say, okay, if this reading resonates for you and you know exactly what I'm talking about, or the energy of what I'm talking about, let's say you relinquish control. You allow yourself to let it go, and you either temporarily or permanently walk away from this. What would happen? Would these people grow up? Would people get attacked? Would bad things continue to happen to this degree? Let's see. What would happen if you just walked away and let other people take care of their own things, or their own responsibilities, or their own safety? What would happen? "17, the Star, the Three of Swords, and Strength." Is that Strength? No, that's 13, Death. Yeah, this is very difficult, you guys. I can see why this is so difficult for you. Every fiber of your being wants to protect and wants to preserve and make sure that children, elders, regular people are safe, and that this type of energy does not go any further with it than they already have. But you can't control people, and you can't get people to listen either. You can definitely do what you can to protect yourself and your own loved ones. But as far as when it comes to the outer world, you can't. You can't control it. You can't protect them all. You can't make people wake up. You can't make unconscious people conscious. And so this feels very, very hard to me. Like it's almost like having to rip apart a piece of your own soul or own soul energy. But you have to. You have to relinquish control, because it is slowly making you sick. But the Star is in here. There's hope. There are spiritual forces in the universe looking out after people. There is good in the world. There is hope, there is faith, there is good. It's like that fairy in Sleeping Beauty. Here, let me show this to you. You have the Star. Major Arcana. The Three of Swords. Pain, heartbreak, grief, sadness, loss, and death. Your Major Arcana card. You know what this looks like to me. Is that one little fairy in Sleeping Beauty, the Wicked Witch, or I'm sorry, not Wicked Witch, Wicked Fairy, is jealous, angry, resentful, narcissistic, wants to punish, and says, that beautiful young lady is going to die. She's going to prick her finger on the spindle and die. And then the one little fairy that still hadn't had a chance to speak says, nope, nope, nope. I can't change it completely. I can't reverse everything that she did. She did her dent in the matter, but I can pour some good on this and change it, where instead of dying, she's just going to fall asleep. And eventually, someone will come along and will help to free her. So not all is lost. You can't erase completely the damage that is out there, but it can be adjusted and it can be made doable or workable, where there is always a way for good to do something, to improve, to heal, to help. And it's like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulder, you guys. You can't do that. You're only human. You're not a god. You're not a goddess. You are not in charge of the universe or of humanity or of the earth or things that happen to others. Everyone's got their own lessons to learn, their own karma to work through, and some things may be beyond your understanding on why they happen. But just because dramatic transformation and change and possibly some very intense things are going on does not mean that things are doomed. And you have to trust the good in the universe. You have to trust good people. You have to trust that there are good people out there, that there are good forces out there, and that it's not all messed up. You have to have faith. So, wow, that's pretty profound, you guys. I don't know what you've been through. It looks like you've been through a certain amount of abuse in life that has made you a warrior, because you were not protected. You insist on protecting those that are vulnerable. But you need to have a warrior's break. You need to go on vacation, you guys. You need to take naps and relax. And the world is not your problem to solve, unfortunately. And it's hard to say that because we have people around us and vulnerable people around us that need that. But every warrior's got to go on vacation. Every warrior's got to rest. If you've been wounded, you need to nurse your wounds and take care of your wounds before you get back up again. I'm not saying that you are completely done fighting, because that's part of your nature, to protect what's good. But you can't do that all the time. You just can't. You're only human. So relinquish control in this and trust. Breathe, trust, take naps, take care of yourself, take care of what you actually can. And leave the rest to the universe. You may be pleasantly surprised what the universe is capable of. So, okay, you guys, hopefully that resonated or made sense for someone or helped in some way, and I will see you soon. Take care, you guys. Love you. Bye.